just on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of this nightmare, but when I stopped to see through that big
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
For Lucy Olson, she has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, welcome. We're here for the Hometown Heroes. That's right. Kicking off the Wednesday night here, and we got Flatline Racing Bodies Heat Race number 1. Quality racing bodies produced by former NASCAR regional short track champ Dan Chapman. He's from Clarence, Iowa there. Well, let's look at the grid real quick. Got a pretty big field here tonight for Eldora. So we got right now Gary Taylor going to start out front. Stephen Bixler there in second. Jacob Musa is starting up in third. Isaac Salas there in fourth. Blake Chapman starting fifth. Jeffrey Barker sixth. And Roger Craig going to round out the 7th place spot. So, Ori, Eldora. Bigger track last week.
Yeah, always is.
Yeah. So, we've been seeing these 305 since the update. I still say it's impressive on what they can do. Kind of fun to watch. Now you're able to slide job a little bit more. I don't know if iRacing plans. I know, remember, we talked about as we get set here to go green flag heat race 1.
Green flag.
Remember, you talked about how long it takes for the rubber to lay down. I don't know if they're going to make any adjustments to that because they're already trying to go 3 wide here. But do you think they're going to try to make any adjustments coming up here soon?
Maybe, but look at this. We got some contact between Gary Taylor and Isaac Salas. That's going to send both of those drivers to the back, and Gary gets quickly off the racetrack there.
Roger Craig benefits from that. He pulls up to fourth. Look out. Hold on, Craig, man. Foot feeling better. He's coming out here rolling and running. He's right there side by side with Jeffrey Barker. Meanwhile, though, the Moose man out front, showing his muscle moose. Never mind, Blake Chapman says, I want it. They make a little contact. He had tried to make that thing skinny.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact there between those two. Really upset Blake Chapman's car and didn't really hurt too much on Jacob Moose. Stephen Bixler trying to run the middle groove here. You notice how the track is taking up a whole bunch of rubber. That just means they ran the super stocks before they put these 305s down on. Before this.
Yeah, and the rubber is kind of unusual with the rubbers that's up top, which normally this is a top feeding style track. But yeah, you can see it right there going in, and then kind of in the middle though, man, not too much rubber up there in 3 and 4. But yeah, Bixler trying to hang on that middle. Meanwhile, Chapman, he's trying to move in, but I think he's just going to run out of time. White flag's out. Who's got to hold him all 2 more turns? Biggest battle's happening back here around third. Jeffrey Barker slipping on up in here. He's going to hold on to 3rd place. Man, what a race.
Wow.
Yeah. Woo! Heat race number 2. Langdon Mechanical. They are second to none. Heating and Air Conditioning Company out of the Hamilton area. And they're promised to the customers that they're going to have their own specially trained professionals there 100% of the way. Let's check out the grid and see what we got. As we got Randy Shreves going to be out front. Jeffrey Flero there starting in second. John Rayner up in third. Dan McLaren fourth. Bob DeGood up in fifth. Dean Reynolds up in sixth. And Connor Ross there in seventh. And just to give you a little update here, Corey. Remember we were missing Patrick Spangler this season? Well, evidently, for as much talent as he had, I got to talk to him this past Sunday. And I asked him, I said, man, I miss you on the Hometown Hero. And he said, he just can't figure out the new update in the sprint cars. So, lack of talent? I don't know.
That's a terrible excuse. You can't get better without running the sprint car.
That's what I'm saying. You got to come out here and practice. I mean, come on now. Oh, well, I guess he's just going to sit and practice until he gets good, then come out. But, man, come on out here, man. Race with these guys. Show them what you can do. Meanwhile, green flag. We got Trees, Flero, McLaren, top 3. Heat race number 2. And you see, man, look at that. Flero's taking that high side way up our top side cushion. That's what we're used to seeing here at Eldora.
Yeah, we've seen it with Isaac Salas in heat race number 1. This is probably the first time we've seen the top side be viable in a 305 around Eldora this season so far. We've seen the top side at Limeland in a 305, just have not seen it in 305s at Eldora.
Oh, we haven't. So far, so good. Looking here. Strong. Shreves out front leading. You got Flero there in second. Biggest battles happening back here around 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot. That's Reynolds, Ross, and DeGood.
Flair does what he did the last time around. You'll see him. He should dive down here. He didn't get all the way down like I thought he was going to do, like he did on the last lap. White flag for Shreves. Can Falero make something happen, or will Falero get caught up by third place Dan McLaren? Last set of corners. Shreves is just going to have enough to hold on. Falero second, McLaren third, and they're crashing. Who's going to get to the line in fourth? Dean Reynolds.
Smash and bash back there in the back. Very nice. That moves us over here. Heat race number 3. That's right. Top Notch Trucking. Top Notch Trucking. They're doing all your hauling needs in the North Dakota area. They'll haul your hay bales and water and pretty much everything. And their service, well, it's top notch. Let's look at the grid real quick as we got that out here. Joseph Grandy going to be out front. Zach Chapman starting in second. Brandon Templeton there in third. Trent Verstraeten starting fourth. Joe Moose fifth. And Adam Wade going to start in the place spot.
Final heat race here. Everybody does transfer on. Let's see who can get it done. Couple of purple variants. I guess it's more pink on Grandy than purple.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, I mean, got that gray, kind of purplish pink, like you said. Yeah. All right, we saw some guys use that high side. Let's see, man, what Chapman can do here. We're straightened right there with him. They're tight down at the bottom. Some guys doing the putt-putt lane, other guys doing the top side lane.
One man that's lagging it behind him is Joseph Grandy's. He's able to get a little bit ahead of this field. You see Templeton up top, bouncing the wall. He's going to slide all the way down to the bottom of the track, try to build the momentum up, and then he'll go up top down here in turn 1 and 2. Build up the speed for 3 and 4. Should dive all the way down. He does. Your race leader Grandy, that was confusing on Grandy, and Grandy threading the needle. Oh my.
Yeah, I was kind of crazy there. He was doing well on that bottom side, then he flip-flopped, went up to the top. But now he's going back down to the bottom. He's going to see what he can get. Takes the lead back. Here goes who's up on the top. It's Verstraeten. The battle for the lead, battle for third and fourth back here. Who's going to? Yeah, I think it's whoever's going to tap that wall doing that slide job.
Yeah, someone's bound to grab the wall here before too long. White flag being shown to these drivers. It's still who could win?
Yeah, and you know what? About a season or so ago, we wouldn't see this kind of racing with the 305s. 2 more turns. This Templeton got what he's got. Nope, I think Grandy's going to better hold him off if he comes across the line. Templeton second. Verstraeten holds on to third. What a heat race. Race number 3. We have a 4th one. Nope. Going to warm up, folks. We'll be right back here in a few. Don't go nowhere.
She has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, back here, feature time. Get set here. Look at your catalytic recovery. Starting to line up. Out front, Jacob Moose. He's going to put it out front. Randy Shreves there in second. Joseph Grandy starting third. Blake Chapman up in fourth. Jeff Flero fifth. Brandon Templeton up in sixth. Jeffrey Barker in seventh. Dan McLaren starting eighth. Trent Verstraeten there in ninth. And Isaac Sellis in the 10th. Look through the rest of this field. It should be a heavy hitting field. I'm trying to look to see. Most of the guys that we see that don't benefit from the peel draw actually has some pretty good starting lines here for you. I mean, like Jeff Flero, Chapman, and so.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them that are usually up front, starting up front for the first time in a long while.
Yeah. Flero, he's right there in that 6th place spot. You know, we know he can come hard charging to the front. We'll see what the Moose Man can do up here and put the muscle power to him. Reeves there, Grandy, Chapman, Templeton. No, Blake Chapman's fast, but Steve King Foundation pace truck rolling. Here we go. Get set to go, green flag. Let us know, man, how you feeling out there tonight. Check out c2crl.com for all your up-to-date. We got a charity race coming up next week, Knoxville National Style. Stuff will be on the horn here on Tuesday. Ladies' night that night. Then we got a qualifier night that night. We're qualifying on Wednesday. Main event starting on Thursday. So go check it out, C2C. Green flag in the air. We're racing.
There we go. Already 3 wide for your race lead almost. Randy Shreves up on the high side. Moose Man in the middle. Now they fan out. Still 2 wide for the race lead. Moose going to score lap number 1.
Well, I'm going to tell you what here, Corey. This place you can go full 5 wide and you just got to hang on and breathe because that's about all you can do. And look at this man, Jeff Flero. Well, I tell you what, that guy, well, he makes it exciting. He's coming up through that middle trying to hang on to third.
You see 3 of them all up on the high side running bumper to bumper, and then you have them fanned out elsewhere in front of them. They are utilizing the bottom, the middle, the mid, the
everywhere.
They're utilizing. If they could, they'd probably go use the outside of the wall if they could.
That's right. Yeah, some of them might hit down in the grandstand area, down in the infield. But right now, you got Moose out front, Jacob, that is. Chapman right behind him in his tire tracks. Then you got old Shreves, Flero, Templeton. Still kind of side by side going on around about 4th, 5th, and 6th place spots because you got guys up top and guys down low.
It just seems like maybe Grandy isn't too happy of where Flero is running. He has to get out of the throttle a little bit. Gets up in the wall momentarily on corner exits with the right rear. And now he has clear track. He's going to try to build up that momentum. Hopefully Flero goes back down low. Flero up in the wall. Going to get Templeton around. Flero around. Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to bring out the Hamlin Motorsports caution here. Let's look at our Malcolm Mills replay. Go along. Oh, Flero, man. Tell you what happened to him. Oh, he got in the wall and then ricocheted off. And then from there, just kind of got sideways. And then he went and I hope he ain't in VR because, boy, he's about dizzy by now. He done got hit, flipped, right around, a floppy wheel, no wing, other wheels looking crooked. And he's got crooked eyes on his front. That thing's all jacked up. Wow. Got Joe Moose, too. All right, under caution, first time here tonight. Wrecking. Wreck.
No, I didn't wreck. Did you wreck?
Hey, item.
So pace truck, lights shut off here.
Yeah. King Foundation pace truck out. Get everybody out there. Good race so far. To the 305s, we got the 360 and the 410s coming up afterwards. Go to some Xfinity racing here. We're tracking it. Going to Richmond, ain't we?
Yeah, I do believe we are.
All right. Trucks in. Lewis and Chapman up front. Green flag. We're back racing. Man,
And
that's one thing
already-
about these 305s. These things are racy now.
And already Blake Chapman trying to go for the lead over the one Moose. Behind him, though.
Whoa. Wow. Thought he saved it. Nope, never mind. It's a big one. I
Crazy
thought he had it
ball.
saved. Oh, Gamble Motorsports caution again. Let's start it up front. Jeffrey Barker. We're up there. Oh, yeah, I can see the cars right there in the front. They got into each other. Thought he had it saved. Barker then got clipped from the side. And actually, more cars in the back. So, wow. One more time right here. Punched in the back and then.
You see Craig get involved on that one. The Boeing 747.
Oh, hard hits. Okay. A little check
Luckily
up
for a
front
lot of-
caused a massive kangaroo effect.
Luckily for a lot of them, they still have their quick fix. They're able to get their backup car out and rolling. And maybe even more luckier is that there were a lot of them involved, so you shouldn't drop too many spots if you were back at the back.
Late track race. Back right there.
So we are going to go double file. We should go double file. Yeah, we are. Moose gonna choose the inside row. The leader always gets the selection of in or out, and then everybody else lines up where iRacing tells you to line up. How about standard to choose the inside anyways at Eldora set? That way you have the opportunity if you need to slide up in front of second place down in turn one as the Steve King Foundation pace truck about to pull off. Here we go.
Yep.
Green, green, green.
Flag. Jumps on the hammer there along with Chapman. Let's see if Chapman's got anything for him. Ellis, Grandy, Clarence, they're back there in the back. Here comes Chapman on the inside though. 4 wide behind him.
Chapman always has liked the real slicked off racetracks, and it's showing right now. He's dominant on the inside, but that top side, it's trying to make its way come in. Nobody's just been able to figure it out fully. You have Connor Ross now moving up to third.
Caution, yellow.
And caution is back out.
Oh, that looked like Roger Craig. On the Malcolm Mills replay, what happened to him back here? Back here, and car got up in the wall, and then somebody did a 2-wheel off the top of him, and wham! Thing you know, train wreck.
Did the Boeing 747 go for some flying lessons?
No, but he got hit. At the
Okay.
sky. Terrible.
So this will be third caution. We'll go single file. It didn't matter that we're on third caution. We were going to go single file either way. Under 10 to go. It's either 3 or under 10, whichever comes first. Chapman out front, your race leader. But look at Connor Ross in third. Where did he start, Joe? You want to tell us where Connor Ross started?
17 spots up. Woo.
Man on the move right there.
Yeah, he is. Definitely the hard charger tonight.
For now, yeah. Things can occur. Single file. Here we go. Chapman, the strong man in the slick, be challenged by the Moose and the Connie Ross.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag, single foul. Like you said, Chapman's right there. He gets the jump on him. Got Salas and company back here. McLaren, they're duking it out. What happens here, Dale Dora?
Now Blake Chapman with a big lead over Jacob Moose. Here comes Connor Ross on the Moose man. Down on the inside of 1 and 2. He'll pull the slider. He tags the wall a little bit. Not going to upset the car. Actually, it looked like Moose might have gotten
That
close
inside
to the
lane
wall.
looks like it's really slick for these guys.
Yeah, the inside lane is starting to fall off right now as there's not a whole lot left down there. Chapman still electing to run on it. Just running out of line down there is Connor Ross. He needs to be careful. He does not want to start hitting the wall too hard. He can bounce it if he wants, but do not slam it. Right now he's in second, trying to hold off Isaac Salas. Salas has to slow up a little bit not to get up in the wall. It is really messing with these drivers with how slick this track is.
Oh, look at Dan McLaren, but almost got in the back there, man. It moves all caution out. Oh. But the caution was on
Taylor.
Taylor. Right there wrecking earlier. Oh, he got in the 34, and yeah, they were back. Oh man, they just chopped their wheels off. Yeah, Taylor got around, but then Templeton actually get going. Okay. It's all Chapman out front in this one. And with a plan.
Absolutely. So Blake Chapman, your leader, still the popcorn man. Then you have Connor Ross. Isaac Salas, he's moved his way up to the third spot. Jacob Moose dominating early in the race. He's falling back to fourth here. And Verstraeten holding into the top 5.
Bro. Go. Let's get the things, man, a rolling. Let's go.
Midwest Mamba. That's what it says on the wing of Chapman's car. On the front of it.
Let's go green.
Green, green, green.
Race
There
trucks
we
in.
go.
Green flag. Chapman, boy, he gets a good jump out of the field, but man, right here, the big battle happening right there on that bottom side. McLaren, he falls back a little bit. Connor Ross up to second. He's trying to see if he can't cap this thing off and win.
Yeah, Connor Ross up 18 spots rather, to second place from 20. If he has one more lap here at the line, white flag gonna be waved. They can pretty much do whatever they want now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Isaac, he's hanging on there in the third place spot. Connor's got 2 more times. I don't think he's going to be able to get anything done on that top side. It's not quite close enough. And what a good run as Blake Chapman brings her home. The 305s, Ross there in second. Isaac Salas, man, brings it home third. What a good one here to kick us off for tonight for the hometown heroes. Word in with some of these guys. Salas. All right. Bring up the man up here, Isaac. Let's go with him.
Hey Isaac, you got a copy on me?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you made your way up to the top 3 from a 10th place starting spot. Just talk us through how you were able to get that done.
Yeah, a lot of luck. I don't really know. I haven't been able to run a sprint car here as of late, so it was kind of learn on the fly. And yeah, man, the high side was fast, but it was pretty treacherous. I mean, there ain't no way I was gonna be able to run the bottom as smooth as possible. So I just stuck it where I know, give or take, what to do.
Absolutely, man. You put it up on the high side and you made it look good. You got anybody here you like, think?
Yeah, big shout out to those guys over at Venom Racing, man. I don't even got enough I can say about them, to be entirely honest with y'all. But yeah, so thanks to those guys. Thanks to Dean, the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, Got Your 6 Racing Network, RSN Trackside, Graham's Top Notch Trucking, Mission 22, everything that they do for our veterans, man, it's pretty amazing. Everything that Coast2Coast does, thank you to Coast2Coast. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for broadcasting. It's always fun to come back and watch a broadcast, and yeah, just thanks to my friends and my family.
There you have it, folks. Your 3rd place driver, Isaac Salas.
Yeah, let's bring up the winner here, man. Let's get a word with him. Blake Chapman.
Hey, Blake, you got a copy on me?
Yep, I got you.
Well, man, it was a slick track out there, but you got the thing done. Just talk us through how you were able to do it.
Yeah, like you said, it looks slick, even from my standpoint, but the track actually, it felt like it had a lot of grip in it. You could be really fast anywhere on the track. I know guys were ripping the top. Connor said he was running that slider line and he was fast there, and I set my fastest lap on lap 15 running the bottom, so the speed wasn't going away down there. I just had to hit it right, and I did that enough to come away with the win.
Well, what do you think? Do you think the rubber might have helped it grip up?
Yeah, maybe that was it. You never know.
Well, either way, man, you were able to work your way around on the bottom. You picked up the win here. You got anybody you like to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank parents and grandparents for watching and supporting. I got to give a shout out to all the boys down at the Kreitzim Racing Team, the Can-Am Racing Team, and the Salty Dogs for letting me join their Discord tonight. And I got to mention Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. It's a great thing to have at pool party, special events, or if you're like Dean Reynolds, you just want some, you're craving some, you got to get some. And don't forget to use code CART, that's C-A-R-T, at checkout for 15% off some of that delicious popcorn. And I got to thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
There you have it, folks. That's your race winner in the number 20, Blake Chapman.
Absolutely. Coming on home. Let's bring up old Connor Ross here, Charger man. Connor, you wait in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, not only, man, just coming through the field, but finishing out in second. What a night. How'd you feeling on that track?
I was actually really surprised loading into practice there, seeing it was that, not that slick, but, we don't usually see that on Wednesday nights in the 305s, but I was really pleased. You seemed fast on the bottom, like Blake was able to run that every lap, and you had the slider line that was pretty fast, and the top was pretty fast. It was a really good racy track.
No doubt. Well, you came up through the field, man. Looked good. Came home in second. Got anybody want to thank?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to all my Gambler Motorsports teammates. I got to thank Burger Barn, Petro Plus, Travel Stop, Ace One Construction, Pesky Penguin, Kingpin Farms. You guys for broadcasting Wednesday night. You guys do an amazing job. And I got to thank the league for putting this on. And got to tell everyone to sign up for next week. It's a big week for the league.
Absolutely. There you go. Connor Ross bringing her home, man. Hard charging it through the field. And all right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in just a few. 360s up next. All right, folks, here we go. 360 time here tonight. Hometown Heroes. Had the 305 wing sprints, and they did a pretty good job out here. So, Eldora saw a little bit of everything in this track so far. High side, low side, middle side. Kind of cool.
I think we even seen the pit side a little bit being used.
Yeah. Come in the plate. All right. Bring this thing over here to Heat Race 1 here shortly.
Quickest driver in practice is Kevin Fry, so see if that translates.
Looking strong. We was talking about Patrick Spangler. He's out here. Showed up on us. Go see what Heat Race 1 and see what it is. And right now, they're flatline racing bodies. Race 1. Let's look at the grid real quick. As Jacob Moose going to start out front. Stephen Bixler there in second. Kurt Schatzer there in third. Connor Ross fourth. Trent Verstraeten in fifth. Isaac Sella sixth. Jonathan Krupa there in seventh. And Jeffrey Kemper in eighth. So, looks like Patrick's field draw woes still have not helped him.
Not
Let's get the top spot in the neck.
Well, I remember 3 heat races, so every spot in a heat race is 3 spots on the track. If Moose here were to win, he would start pole. If Bixler finishes in second, he would start in 4th for the feature. It's the mayor. And what town was that he's the mayor of?
I don't remember.
Isn't it Clarence, Iowa?
I think so. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Green
Good
flag, green
confirmation.
flag.
Here we go. Moose Man powering down in the 360. They are almost 4 wide.
Going to it back there. Got Schatzer, Verstraeten, Salas, Connor Ross. Man, remember he did that hard charge in the last one. Try not to do that this time.
Connor Ross, after going from 20th all the way up to second in the 305s, trying not to have to do a repeat, although it is pretty cool when you're able to do that kind of moving up throughout a field. You just don't want to have to do it every time you get on the racetrack.
No, because your risk versus reward there, I mean, it's high, but because you're likely to get maybe caught up in somebody else's mess or get caught up in your own mess, who knows? Caught up in a wreck. Right now he's battling with Salas for that 4th place spot. Kemper back here in 6th. Bixler and Krupa behind him. Jacob, though, he's checking out.
Yeah, the Moose Man trying to pick up heat race win number 1 in the 360. But he's got Kurt Schatzer. If Schatzer can find a little bit extra speed, as we got a car in the wall at the back, I do believe that might have been Connor Ross. Who's picking up heat race 1 win? Schatzer second, Verstraeten third, Salas 4th.
Nice. Race 1. Pull us over here to Langdon Mechanical. Heat race number 2. At the grid, Zach Chapman out front, Bob the Good there in second. Patrick Spangler, he's going to start in third, so it might not be too bad for him. Anthony Morano, he's going to be up there in fourth. Kevin Fry starting fifth. Dan McLaren sixth, and Joe Moose in seventh. This is a stacked heat here. Heavy hitters in this one.
Yes, it is. And Patrick Spangler is in this. Oh, boy. He said he doesn't feel comfortable in a sprint car. When we ran that week 13, he looked pretty comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he don't like the new change on the 305. That's
maybe.
We'll see how well he does out here tonight. Can't count out old Chapman, the Good, Rono, and all them guys, though.
So the winner of this will start second. If you finish second, you will start in the 5th position. Pace truck is pulling off. Here we go. Who's going to get it done? Oh, little checkup already out of Zach Chapman. That's going to really shuffle the field up.
Does out front. You still see the good. He takes advantage right now. Morano's there with him. Angler falling off the pace. Wow. Back in the back there in fifth. But I mean, you got a stacked field in this one though. You got some pretty good drivers. Here comes Dan McLaren up to second.
Yeah, one of the under-talked about drivers on dirt in the past few seasons is Dan McLaren. McLaren has really been showing up every week here and actually doing pretty good. He takes over the race lead over Anthony Morano.
So far, so good. Out front, McLaren, Morano, Chapman right there with him. Chapman's trying to look on the inside. Big battle happening with the good and Spangler. That's for fourth and fifth. And Fry and Moose. Man, Moose, boy, he's just falling all the way back and back. Can't quite get this thing rolling.
Ball Fry around. Hey, halfway.
Notice something, though? And in his Kubota.
I think that's his 410 paint.
Man, we wanted all of them.
Hey,
He needs to have his boat out here, man. White flag. McLaren out front. Morano, Chapman. Uh-oh, here comes Spangler. He turning the wick up. He got the third.
Yeah, he utilized that wall, and if he would have had another half lap, he might have got it. He'll hold on to third as McLaren wins. Morano second. Chapman fourth.
What's up, Joseph? How you doing out there? All right, he race number 3 here. Top notch trucking to the grid. Gary Taylor out front. Blake Chapman there second. Chad Cody starting in third. Roger Craig there in fourth. Jeffrey Barker starting fifth. Dean Reynolds starting sixth. Jeff Flero, he's back in seventh. So Flero might have to run that hard charging mojo he has all the time.
Oh, Roger Craig is in this heat race. He's going to go to the lead here.
That's right. Craig's going to win it.
We feel confident in you, Craig. Craig's like, I wish they would quit talking about me. Every time they talk about me, I go for flying lessons.
Green flag. Oh, contact in the back. Woo, the back are doing wheelies. Chad around. Dean Reynolds there. Meanwhile, it's all Flero in third. Chapman, Blake there in second. And Gary Taylor up in the top spot is battle for the lead.
Chapman on the inside of Gary Taylor. Taylor just trying to hold on as much as he can. He's trying to hang in. He's got it figured out on the turn 3 and 4. It's turn 1 where he messes up. He hits a little bit of a slick there, and it sends his car a little sideways. But right now, Gary Taylor getting it done here in second.
Old Salty Dog's out here looking good, too. Up there in second place. We'll see what Flero can do. Trying to run that high side. Oh, slung it down in there. That's what you call Send It City. Oh, Taylor got wiggly.
Squiggly wiggly.
He did. He lost all kind of momentum doing it, too. I think Dean Reynolds is quite close enough yet to capitalize on that mistake. Flero might be okay here as the white flag's out. Chapman's out front. Well, Flero, man, he slung that thing in there.
Last corner, Blake Chapman going to pick up heat race number 3 win. Flero second, Taylor third, Reynolds fourth, and Parker fifth.
Run of heat race 3. Chapman, Flero, Taylor. All right, got a little warm up, folks. We'll be right back here in just a few.
She has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, we're back here. Hometown Heroes here tonight. We got 360 wing sprints. That's right. Been up, warm up. Gonna look at our catalytic recoveries. Starting to line up here for our feature tonight. Got Jacob Moose starting out front. Dan McLaren there in second. Blake Chapman third. Kurt Shatner up in fourth. Anthony Morano there in fifth. Jeff Valero sixth. Trent Restraight in seventh. Patrick Spangler starting in eighth. Gary Taylor in ninth. Isaac Sellis there in the 10th place. Look through the rest of this field. See, Connor Ross back in 16th. Does he have that magic to bring it to the front again? Saw that in the last race. So,
And one of the hidden gems of the field up at the front, too, Dan McLaren. We were just talking about him. He's only made 3 starts in the 360s. He did pick up a win in one of the 2 and that he's ran in the 305s, but always up at the front, it seems like.
Yeah.
No top 5s yet for him in the 360s, so maybe tonight's the night where he picks up a top 5, or if not that, it may be a top 3 and maybe even a win.
See, this place can be tricky. Sometimes you can come out and have a good run. Next thing you know, boom, disaster.
The Power Moose.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. King Foundation pace truck about to pull off. Here we go.
Here we go. Green flag being waved. The Moose and McLaren out to the lead. Oh, we might have a caution. Oh, no. Hey, never mind. Oh, no. They saved it, but it was Valero at the back.
Wow.
Wow.
Good save. Like you said, Valero's going to have to bring that magic right to the front here. See if we can get it done. Got time. Well, there you go. There's your caution.
There's her.
Oh, Jeffrey Kemper. Got one of these Chandler Motorsports cautions. Let's go back and see what happened on the Malcolm Mills replay. Kemper's right there in the middle pack. Oh, another car got around. There was one that said they saved. I don't know how they saved that one. Ow. Kemper's right here. Gary Taylor in the car in front, checking up, maybe bobbing and weaving. And Kemper's still there. And, oh, he just gets tagged in the wheel. Spun around and then just got obliterated. Got them magnetic wings. Come on, Jason. Go Venom Racing. All right. Venom Racing. Venom.
Who's all on Venom?
That.
Who's all on Venom? I know somebody mentions them every time.
Yeah.
McLaren. He's
yeah,
one
McLaren,
of them. Yeah, he's out there.
He's one of them. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Top guy right now.
Or one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks strong.
Canella saying nice run, Blake. I think that was from his 305 win.
Yeah.
Having a good run so far here in the 360s, running in the 4th spot. Always strong, you know. Chapman, you never count him out. I mean, he is leading. He's pretty much leading every single point. He's only 4 points behind Jacob Moose here in the 360s, but he's leading the other 2 series in terms of points. Here we go. Green flag, back out, Moose. I have the advantage and already a caution. Not sure.
What we got? Oh, Ed Cote. What happened to Chad, them? in the back. Oh, Chad just a product of man, wrong place, wrong time. Ouch.
It was Joseph Moose getting in the back of Roger Craig, and a couple of them went on a flying lessons from
Craig back
the
there, man, trying to eat a moose.
47.
McLaren and Celis. Okay. McLaren's doing pretty good. Celis is not bad. He's back there in the 8th place spot. So, guys are climbing up really good right now. Who else? Anybody's favorite drivers out there? Who you got?
Who do you got, Joe?
Whoever wins.
Whoever wins.
Yeah. I'll end up jinxing
What?
him if I pick somebody.
You know, I'm going to go with Patrick Spangler.
Roger Craig.
Roger Craig. I like Roger.
Roger gonna surprise us one night. He's gonna come through that field and win. He's gonna blow them all away. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I'm here to witness that.
Me too, but I'm just saying it's gonna happen. Now Craig's probably sitting at home going, "Yo, I know what you're drinking. Give me some." But no, Craig does good, man. I'm telling you. Hey, he's won some heat races, so I know he can win.
He's a little less throttle, Craig. It might help. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Don't ask me for that. Now, that part, Corey seems like he's the expert.
I don't know what you're doing. Maybe use more or less. I don't know. Try both.
Avoid the crashes. Green flag, back at it again. Moves out front, McLaren there with a Chapman, though. That's the guy you always got to keep an eye on. Remember Patrick Spangler? We was talking about him. Kind of stuck back here in the midst of traffic. You see this, man? It's just 2x2 all the way through the field. 3 wide for the lead. Oh, they're beating and banging.
Oh, boy. Chapman's like, all right, boys, you keep beating and
Yellow
banging.
flag. And we were,
it's
you know what?
Craig.
I'm going to stop talking about it.
Oh,
They're back here, get all excited. Talking about Roger. And then, bam! Gets caught in a wreck. That guy's trying to put his car up in there in the cockpit with Roger.
well, he's trying to go on a flying lesson with Roger.
Do something. Oh, man. Alright, Roger still can bring it through the field.
I wonder if Roger has his pilot's license.
That's a good question.
Roger, let us know.
Yeah, you gotta let us know. Hey, I know he's got his boat license. Loves bass fishing. He goes bass fishing a lot. See that? He'd be catching all kinds of fish every once in a while. I don't know anybody else in here in the league, man, that goes bass fishing a lot. Like I say, I know Roger does a lot. I bet the Jacob and Joe and all them, the moose guys, they go moose hunting. There's such thing as moose jerky.
There's got to be moose jerky, I'm sure.
I mean, that's what, ain't that like what you make out of deer?
Yeah, you can make a deer jerky too, Jeff.
But I mean, what is jerky made out of most?
We don't know.
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, a Slim Jim. What is a Slim Jim?
There definitely is moose jerky.
Okay, we'll do. Well, there we go. I still think they need to come out with, got muscle milk. They need to come out with moose milk. Muscle moose milk.
Right.
There we go. How it tastes, but let me know. Green flag, single file. Here we go. Eldor style here tonight. Take a moose out front though. Chapman trying to hold off McLaren though, and who's that coming around there? Is that Morano?
Yeah, that's Anthony Morano and Kevin Fry. Fry getting squeezed down on the inside wall. Nice recovery there, right there. Not to
Squeezed
get
his biscuit a little
anybody.
bit.
Look at this. They are 3 wide salad on the high side. Morano middle. Fry in the bottom. Spangler there trying to get in the mix. Fry and Morano going to have a little discussion. They save it somehow. Oh.
Wow, man! You know what I'm seeing though? This track is just awful slick, and that rear end's coming out from under these guys. They can't keep it straight.
It's that there's apparently enough moisture still in it to make it slick enough. As Salad goes for the slide job over Jacob Moose. Here comes Patrick Spangler, going to squeeze it between Moose and Salad. Oh my.
Man, that's a good run up front, man. 3 wide. That's for second place. Meanwhile, Blake Chapman's checked out. He is gone. So he's going to lead this battle in his rear view here right now with all Salas and Spangler, Jacob right there with them. Chatzer and company, everybody single file for the moment. That might change.
First little battle going on around Valero area.
5 to go. Big battles happening back here around 9th, 10th, side by side, but it's kind of heating up for the lead. Chapman's got company. Isaac Salas has caught him.
What do you mean?
Maybe, my bad, Patrick Spangler. I'm looking at the wrong one. So it's Salas and Spangler. That's battle for second.
Yeah, battle for second between Spangler and Isaac Salas. Salas trying to hold on.
They got the same looking car. That's why the paint job looked kind of familiar. Yeah, they kind of looked. When I looked at it wrong. That's what.
If everybody realizes we're talking about Salas and Chapman, not Salas and Spangler.
Yeah, Salas and Spangler, man, they're battling for second.
Yes, they
Chapman's
are
out front, man. He is gone.
Yeah, Chapman with almost a whole straightaway lead. We'll get confirmation here. I'd say, it's about a straightaway. What do you think?
Yeah, got a pretty good lead. It's 2 seconds at least on these guys. And the more they battle back here like this, the more he's going to stretch that lead out. And these guys right now, they're doing some do-si-do.
Spangler now trying to pull away from Isaac Salas. Salas may have burned off his rubber.
And look who's back in 5th, man, has come through the field again. Connor Ross, up 12 spots. Holy cow.
Trying to keep that car ahead of Kurt Schatzer. He switches between up 11, up 12 as they slide each other. And I see the white flag for Chapman. They can kill each other now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Gonna be able to hang on that forward.
Krupa. Krupa went around right there in front of your race leader. Luckily, hit the Alt F4, and here we go. Blake Chapman picking up the win. Spangler second. Salas third.
Nice.
Ross fourth and Schatzer fifth.
Good run.
I got Harry for Chapman.
Spangler down there in Venom Racing. Let's bring up Spangler. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Patrick, you got a copy on me?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, man, you come out to play. What is this? Your first start in the sprint cars this season?
I think I ran the first week and then I took the weeks off. Just not a huge fan of them, but it was fun tonight. There wasn't many cautions. There was a nice green flag run at the end, so that was fun.
Absolutely. Well, man, you come out to play. You get third here. Just talk us through how much you had to learn in this 20-lap race.
I watched the first heat race and I forget who it was flying on the top, getting the big run. So figured I'll give that a try and just stuck to it. And I thought Blake was going to be the bottom feeder, but he was gone up top and never made a mistake there.
Absolutely. Well, good job, man. You got anybody like to thank here for your second place finish?
Yeah, just you and Joe up in the booth for the awesome broadcast each week. Roger from the league, Tremulous Racing, running with Isaac and Dan and them tonight, and Dean in the chat, and Mariah now. They're always fun and clean to hang out with, and Dan will go back home watching, and wife will let me race.
There you have it, folks. Your second place driver, Patrick Spangler.
Absolutely, man. Bringing her home, doing an all top here. Well, let's bring up the winner tonight here, Blake Chapman. Let's.
Hey, Blake, you got a copy on me?
Yep, I got you.
Well, man, that makes you 2 for 2 so far tonight. Talk us through how you're able to get it done.
Yeah, I figured I was running some laps in the warm up there, and I could tell the top was getting faster and faster. So I figured that was going to be the way around the track tonight, and just got up there as soon as I could and passed a couple cars there, and I got pretty lucky that we didn't have too many cautions once I got up front, and was able to kind of just run away and hide a little bit. Got a little scared there when the lap car was spinning out in front of me there on the last lap, but nevertheless we were able to get it done.
Absolutely, man. Pure dominance out of you. You got anybody like to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents, grandparents for watching, supporting all the boys down at the Kreitzsim Racing Team and the Can-Am Racing Team, and Salty Dogs for letting me join their Discord tonight. I got to give a shout out to Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. You're watching the Mike Westbrook Memorial Knoxville Nationals Coast to Coast is putting on. Galen's Gourmet Popcorn is a great snack to have while you're watching it or racing it. And don't forget to use code CART, C-A-R-T, at checkout for 15% off some of their delicious popcorn. And I got to thank you guys for putting this on.
There you have it, folks. Your race winner, Blake Chapman.
Outstanding job, like you said, 2 for 2 with this guy here, man, bringing it home in second. Isaac Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you was able to bring it home in third here tonight. Looking good, strong so far here. So how was you feeling in that 360?
Yeah, it was interesting. You know, I feel like I got a saying, you know, just like a fat girl at prom. I'm just happy to be here. Like I didn't really expect to be anywhere towards the front. And
Twice tonight.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping the trend keeps up, man, all the way through. But we'll see how she goes. This is gonna be my first 410 race in probably over a year. So sweet.
Hey, there you go. I'll tell you what, looked good. Came on third. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, like I said earlier, big shout out to all those guys over at Venom Racing, Dean the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, Got You 6 Racing Network, RSN Trackside, Mission 22, everything they do for our veterans, my Gramps Top Notch Trucking, Coast to Coast, everything that you guys do for the league. Thanks for broadcasting as well. And then, yeah, just thanks to our veterans, and then thanks to my friends and family.
There you go. Isaac Salas bringing it home here in third tonight. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got 410 wing sprints coming up. All right, folks, we got the 410 wing sprints here now. Dead here tonight. These are the big boys. Hometown heroes here. Good night so far, Corey.
Yes, it has. We've seen a lot of good racing. We've seen some dominance out of a singular driver, Blake Chapman. We've seen Spangler coming out of retirement.
Oh, yeah.
Roger Craig, he still hasn't given flying lessons yet to anybody.
Oh, yeah. Right. Dead here. Ends here tonight. Wrong. Eldora. Putting on some pretty good racing, though, for us.
Yes, it has always been good track for racing and really about any car there is. Street stocks, late model, modified, sprint car. I mean, you can put about anything on here. You might even be able to put some horses and buggies on here and have a good race.
Oh, yeah.
You want to see an Amish race, Joe?
Interesting. Bring it over here at Flatline Racing Bodies Heat Race 1. Look who's sitting on the pole on this one. Roger Craig's going to put her starting out front. Stephen Bixler there in second. Jeffrey Barker up in third. Kevin Fry fourth. Ross Correnta there in fifth. And Gary Taylor starting in sixth. So, told you. Rick might put this thing on pole here tonight.
He very well could.
All he got to do is win the heat race. Oh.
Uh-huh. He's going to have a little bit of competition here with the mayor and the Price is Right, the Kubota. The Kubota going to try to mow him over.
No, man, them guys just race each other hard back there in the back. Just ride off into the sunset.
Right now, waiting on Ross Correnta to make the grid. Or not. Alright, Correnta not going to make the grid, so 5 of them.
Oh. Up. Go. King Foundation pace truck out here, getting set to go green flag.
The Boeing 747.
Oh. Craig, one of the salty dogs out here.
You already mentioned the reasoning behind it?
Well, I know the reason behind it.
Okay.
But I said, Hunter Dylan Westbrook, 47X, real life drivers. But I just 747. I always just call it a jumbo jet.
Passenger airplane.
Yeah.
Have you?
You can call that too.
Have you flown on one, Joe?
No.
Green flag.
Have you flown one in Flight Simulator?
Hold on a point. Green
Have you
flag.
done one on Flight Sim? Okay. Only Roger has. Sure he has. Here we go.
And now
Roger's
he's flying that
still
car
hanging.
out front.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
this
is.
is what he wants to see. He wants to see these guys back here battling.
Roger's still out front there, side by side. Barker on the inside. Fry just trying to send it in. Fry sending it in a little too hard. He'll fall all the way back to the 5th spot, leaving Barker and Bixler to have a town hall meeting for a second.
What he wants to see too, man. You got Barker Bixler, real quick. Tongue twister. Two guys side by side battling. Gary Taylor back there. Kevin Fry just got caught up and he's falling all the way back. Meanwhile, though, man, Barker and Bixler, them two guys still going at it.
It's making me nervous seeing Craig out here leading. I know how heavy foot he is on a slick track, and now it's going to help. He's going to keep his lead extended over second place. Jeffrey Barker, white flag one more time around for Craig here.
That's what he needed. He needed them guys back there to be in battle a little bit and just keep battling. He's keep his momentum up out of 4. Craig's going to pull it off, put it on pole. 4-10s. Better watch out.
Yeah.
But he raced 2, Lane the Mechanical. Grid. Jonathan Krupa going to be out front. Isaac Salas starting in 2nd. Blake Chapman there in 3rd. Jeff Flair in 4th. Dean Reynolds 5th. Connor Ross starting in 6th. All right, so Roger Craig starting on pole tonight. We're gonna boo whoever takes Craig out.
No flying lessons tonight.
That's
Craig.
right. Whoever runs over Craig on the start, you're not getting no Cheetos.
You can't ride the private jet.
That's
tonight.
right. That's right. Y'all leave Craig alone, man. He's out front. Who's going to be beside him? That's what we're going to tell here in this one. Pretty good heavy hitters.
It is. Krupa gonna start out on the front row, but everybody behind Krupa, they are heavy hitters. Chapman, the dominant guy of the sprint cars all season long. After that last 360, he should have taken points and lead in the 360. Definitely has a point lead in the 410. Here we go.
Far so good. You got 2 wide right here. Here comes Krupa on Salas. And here comes Chapman. He wants to bring it to the front side too. Flareo's there. I don't know. That's some 4 guys. Any one of them guys can win.
Not at all. 6 of these guys could win any given night. Here comes Flaro on the high side, putting the 410 power to use. Oh, he's gonna get squeezed.
Him. Uh-oh. Krupa squeezed him a little bit. Wow. That hurt Flaro and him.
Yes, did that, but Isaac Salas is liking it. He's got a little bit of a gap back to Blake Chapman. Chapman isn't too strong on fresh track like it is right now. Once it slicks off, though, that's when he really shines.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to get slick enough for him.
It's more rubbered in than slick.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Tight track right now.
White flag.
Fellas out front. Trying to close in. You're just going to run out of time in 2 more turns. 2 cars look almost identical. Used. Dallas wins. Chapman 2nd. Reynolds up there in 3rd. All right. Flip it over here to heat race number 3. Top Notch Trucking. Look at the grid real quick. We got Bob DeGood out front. Brandon Templeton there 2nd. Patrick Spangler starting 3rd. Dan McLaren 4th. Joseph Grandy starting 5th. And Trent Verstraeten there 6th place spot. Patrick not too bad off in this one.
No, starting in the same spot he did in the heat race for the 360s.
Yeah. I'm the good. Templeton. Go. D. King Foundation Pace Truck. Old door tonight here, the Hometown Heroes. Got some Xfinity Series racing heading out for you. Pace Truck's in, about set to go. Green flag.
Colin Spangler did a little bit of a wheelie action. That's going to drop him on the ground. Never mind. Okay. And there goes Grandy as well.
And the good's upside down dead.
McLaren likes it. That
Templeton in a wall. What is going on?
I don't know. Everything.
3 cars left out of the 6. Oh. Wow. Good. He's upside down dead. Templeton's in the wall. Grandy, he got spun around. McLaren's out front leading it. Straight there in 2nd. Spangler up in 3rd. What a start.
Well, it helped Spangler because he popped the wheelie on the green flag, and then everybody kind of died, and it put him back where he started. Right now, he's trying to run down Trent Verstraeten 2 to go this time by. Can he catch it?
That's what it was.
McLaren, he likes it. He's like, come on, boys. These 2 battle out. I'm going to take him an easy win here. And heat race 3, white flag in the air. Can
Oh, yeah.
Spangler move up? Remember, 3 spots on the track. If he finishes second, this will be a 6th place starting spot. If he doesn't, it'll be 9th. He gets
hit him! He hit him! Oh, but he gave it back. That's, you know what? I gotta say, that's good sportsmanship right there because he got in the back end of him, and he gave it back. Folks, we got a little warm up. We'll be right back here in a few.
Yeah, Lucy Olson, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, feature time here, 410 wing sprints. Let's look at our catalytic recovery starting the lineup. Nose out front. Roger Craig going to start it out front. Isaac Sellis there in second. Dan McLaren up in third. Jeffrey Barker starting fourth. Blake Chapman up in fifth. Trent Verstraeten in sixth. Stephen Bixler seventh. Dean Reynolds in eighth. Patrick Spangler starting ninth. And Gary Taylor there in the 10th. Rest of the field here. Connor Ross again. If he's going to make magic, he's going to have to come from way back in the back again. Done it all night long. Jeff Flero back there too. So, all right. Main story though, man's out front.
Yeah, absolutely, Roger Craig.
Hey, thought it dog. Go Craig, go. Telling you, man's gonna win something.
He could win tonight.
Good. Right behind him, just wreck. Disconnect. Hey, who's admin in the series? Give everybody behind Roger Craig a black flag.
Roger is adminning.
All right, go ahead, Craig. There you go. You got the advantage.
Yeah, you could just start disconnecting once they start tapping.
Start kicking them out of the server. I don't know what happened.
I don't know, you dropped connection. That's what.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. All right, here we go. Steve King Foundation Pace Truck. Jump off on pit road. Green flag here to 410. Bad boys.
Green.
Green flag and Celis got a little jump on Craig. I need to review that.
It'll stand for Salas, but Craig here, he's still hanging on the second spot.
I don't know, man. I gotta look at that starter, man. No. We're rooting for Craig. Right now, he's in a big battle, though, man, here with Barker. Chapman.
Yeah. Craig now back to fourth. And there's a slow car. Uh-oh, it's going to get
Flaro.
Fry.
Are you kidding?
There we go.
All right, yeah, there's a bunch of them dead. But, man, you got to watch this. Flaro here. I know Kevin Fry was on a wrecking, but Flaro bounced off the wall, hit the inside wall, was slow a little bit, spun around through total 360. Then Fry and them got obliterated. He loses a wheel. What happened to Fry? There was Gary Taylor. There was a car in the middle of the track, and that's what got them. Who was that was just floppy wheeling it around the track? Templeton. Oh, hey, Templeton got up in the wall originally. That car was all. He probably should have stopped and towed that car. That thing was like.
Oh, he was trying to get off the track, but
yeah, man, he wasn't getting off the track with that thing. He almost came back up on the track of the leaders. Oh man. Yeah, at some point you got to, all right, stop, go to the pits, you know. I will say that, and I think he had enough time, ample time there to know that car's kind of jacked up. Time to go to the pit. All right, but anyways, here we go. Dallas out front. Barker, Chapman, Craig, Creighton, top 5. Pace truck's about to drop off.
Here we go.
That was a better start. The leader got up. You didn't see Chapman jump out there, man. I still question that start at the race. Oh, contact the back. For Straighten is around, and he actually bounced off the wall, ricocheted, kept going. No caution. Wow, you got to be kidding me. Meanwhile, battle up front. Blake Chapman says, don't matter on the start. I'm running you down, taking it from you. Here comes old Barker to the second place.
Now Chapman, he's going to try to go for 3 for 3 here on the night. 1 to 305, 1 to 360. He's out for some wins.
And Salas, you know, for somebody who's sitting there saying I ain't drove 410 in a year, I mean, wow.
Well, let's see here.
That's all I got to say.
Chapman has won 3 of the 6 races he's started at in the 410s, trying to go 4 for 7.
Yeah. Got a big battle happening right here. Spangler, man, powering it up there, motoring it to second. Grandy, Salas. I just, like I say, man, Isaac out there talking about earlier, talking about I ain't too good out here in these sprint cars. He looked pretty good tonight.
And Spangler saying that he ain't comfortable in the new build.
Yeah, I think these guys are lying to us. They're lying to us, man. They're fibbing a
Oh,
little
he
bit.
gets in the wall. Never mind.
Well, yeah, okay. All right, he lost talent. He was listening to us, and he got excited.
He did. It's like a dog when you get excited, they wag their tail, and some of them they take a pee.
Oh! Ran all Corinta up into the wall. Some of these guys might need to stay off that wall because it's up there biting.
Oh, and there goes McLaren in the wall.
Wow, see? Like a magnet. He goes all the way back to the back.
Everybody's going to start driving about a foot off of the wall.
Need to. Meanwhile, the man right now loving it. Got almost a 2-second lead. That's Chapman. Out front, he's going to catch some lap traffic. Grandy's hanging on the second. He's got a little breathing room. Isaac Salas right now, he's got Spangler there. Spangler's going to try to see if he can't kick it in overdrive. Here comes Flero. Back up too. Wow.
Oh, and caution is out. Who is
Dean
it?
Reynolds.
It's Craig.
Oh, and they got Craig. Man.
Oh, no. Did Craig go for flying lessons tonight?
I don't know. Let's see what happened. Watching Dean Reynolds into the wall. That's Craig in the wall. My bad. Whamma, whamma, whamma. Well,
does that count for flying
good?
lessons?
Yeah, it went from good, worse. That was your Hamlin Motorsports caution, and looked at it on a Malcolm Mills replay.
There,
Okay.
get in the
Actually,
pit.
brought us up to 5 to go, didn't it?
Yeah, Chapman did get lap 16 scored, so 5 to go.
Long green flag run. We'll see, but it's going to be interesting now. Chapman's going to have all those guys back there. He's going to hope him and Spangler and Grandy just battle. Okay, been interested on the 410. Now that Corey jinked Craig.
I didn't jinx him.
He did.
I didn't.
He said he was going to win, and now he's like, Brett.
I said if he doesn't win, he's going to go for flying
Game
lessons.
on. Game, everybody knows your name.
They know your name too.
No. Incognito.
It's Joe White.
No, it's Fred.
It's Fred.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Chapman had that big lead here. Now it's all vanished out of the air.
Good news is, though, he single file really helps him out.
That single file should definitely help out Chapman. Chapman always strong, trying to go for the sweep of the night, and he's got the good advantage launch. There we go.
Yeah. Spangler going to see if he can't buster it up enough to get around Grandy. Celis is trying to also make it a night of 3 in a row on the podium at least here. So he's going to try to run down on Spangler, but he's got Flero, man, breathing down his back door. Corinta there with him. I don't know. Good battle throughout this field.
Yes, it is. Coming to 2 to go this time by for your race leader, Chapman. He's just got to be smooth. Don't hit the wall. And Spangler walls.
And it made Salas. Salas followed him into the wall. Corinta's the one who benefited from that one. Caution out, though. Roger Craig, which don't know what in the world. Craig's just back here, mind his own business, and then just... Oh, him and Gary Taylor got together. Tire to tire. Good.
Did he go for more flying lessons?
We went for a heck of a barrel roll, so...
The flying
Taylor
lessons
probably dodged a bullet right there, I think.
Him and... Was it South got in the wall as well?
Yeah, Salas followed him in. Salas got the worst end of the stick because he fell all the way back to 12. Spangler hit the wall, and then it's kind of one of those... you look at the car in front of you, and it kind of sucked him in there in the wall, too. I don't know. Can Ross Corinta get up here and take this third place? Wait. All right, here we go.
Should be a good one here. Green-white checkered for Chapman.
Absolutely.
Can he hold him off? Get 3 for 3. Chapman's been dominant all season too.
Yeah, and he's loving the foul start because that really benefits him. Go. Trucks in. Chapman takes off. Randy behind him. Spangler gets a good jump. So does Carenta. That's where your race, I think, is going to be at. Second, third, fourth. Whoever hits that wall first, I think, is going to take the spot.
Yep, potentially, and there's a wreck at the back, but you're
White flag, it don't matter.
White flag, yeah.
Right now, third place, Carenta's beating him banging with Spangler, coming out of 4. Carenta's got it. Don't know if Spangler's not going to have enough. It's going to be Chapman, Grandy, Spangler. Excuse me, Chapman, Grandy, Carenta. Top 3. Wow, Spangler almost pulled off there.
And Carenta up 13 spots. He'll be your hard charger as well.
Woo-hoo. Blake Chapman tonight, man. Tell you what, it's been his home here.
King of Eldora.
Right he is. See the other ones, was that? There they are. Well, Brand's the winner. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, King Blake.
Hello.
3 for 3. I think we're gonna have to start calling you King of Eldora here. Just talk us through how you were able to get this done.
Yeah. Unlike the last race, I wasn't sure if the top was gonna come in or not, but the further I ran up the track, the more I liked it. Except for running right on the cushion, I just was running just a little ways off of it. The car felt great there all night. And I don't know what it is about tonight, but I just felt hooked up all night. I don't know, since this new update, I know weather comes into play a little bit and some other factors, but I just felt fast in every car. So I don't know. I haven't felt that way in this last couple weeks, but hopefully things are starting to turn around now. Felt really good tonight, and just happy to come home with all 3.
Absolutely, definitely keeping your mid-season streak good. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I gotta thank my parents and grandparents for watching and supporting. All the boys down at the Kreitzim racing team and the Can-Am racing team, and the Salty Dogs for letting me join their Discord tonight. And I gotta give a shout out to Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. Doesn't matter what you're doing, Galen's is great to have anywhere that you go. That makes for a great snack. And don't forget to use the code CART, that's CART, at checkout for 15% off some of their delicious popcorn. And I gotta thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
There you have it, folks. Your race winner, Blake Chapman.
Well, let's bring it. Third place man here, Ross Carenta. Let's get a word with him.
Thank you.
Hey, Ross, you got a copy on it?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, man, hard charger here. 13 spots to a podium finish in 410s. Talk us through how you were able to get it done.
Basically just stay patient. There's a couple accidents there that I was able to avoid. I did get into one early on, but I was able to get a quick spare and get back out there. Just kind of trying to stay smooth on the top and pick my sliders when I could hit them and just pick them off. Do have to apologize to Patrick. Thought I gave him a little more room there, but I think we clipped tires there. But otherwise, yeah.
Absolutely, your patience paid off for you. You got anybody to like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the guys over at Phantom Motorsports, Vanderbilt guys, Velocity Race Design, Michael Sportswear, Power Outdoors, M9 Performance for the setups, you guys for putting on the broadcast, and everybody behind the scenes at the league keeping this thing going.
There you have, folks. Your third place driver, Ross Carenta.
Absolutely, man. Coming home there good with this guy here, Joseph Green. Home in second here tonight. Joseph, join the booth. Got a copy?
How you doing?
Well, man, you was able to bring it home here second here. How you feeling out there?
Good. I need a little redemption here for the last couple of races I had. So, second feels pretty good coming from, I don't know, midfield, back of the field.
Doubt about it. Well, you look good. Came up second. You got anybody want to thank for a good finish?
Yeah, Catalytic Recovery, West Antona Repair. Appreciate you, Joe, for doing the broadcast. Coast to Coast, all their sponsors. And my girlfriend, Olivia.
There you go. Joseph Grandy, bring her home in second. And before we go over to our Xfinity race, folks, I paused the camera right there so you can see that on the front stretch it says, "Welcome race fans to Lena's Moose Lodge." So even they got Moose has been advertising at Eldora. Thought it was unique. Anyways, we'll be right back here in a few. We got some Xfinity Series racing going on in Richmond. All right, here we go. Xfinity Series here, Richmond style, short track racing. Guys have got in store for us. We got a little practice going on. It's been a good night here at Hometown Heroes, though.
Yes, it has. It's been good racing in the sprint car divisions.
Oh, yeah. What you think about here, Richmond? Last night was a good race, actually, with the trucks.
Should be a good race. 3/4 mile track, short track style. Only running 75 laps, so it shouldn't take too long for him to get it done. Oh, we already have some wrecks occurring in practice between Blau and Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Craig's going for a flying lesson in an Xfinity car. Still want confirmation if he's ever flown an airplane or flown on a Boeing 747.
I imagine he has flown.
Yeah. Some people just never been on an airplane, man. Like me. I prefer the feet to the ground.
Yeah, me too.
So just waiting here for something. Not sure what.
Yeah, probably more cars get up in here.
No, I was gonna say we're waiting on Greg Parmoli, but he's already in.
Give him a few more practice with.
Letting Roger figure out the racetrack, and there we go. Thank you, Roger.
I'll swing us over here to qualifying. Wrong here.
See which of these guys decides to take their first laps around. Roger Craig. We'll watch Roger Craig do a qualifying. Get that 747 car up to rolling speed. Here we go. You're looking at Roger Craig down in turn number 1. Gets a little bit sideways, gets a little tight as well. Downshifts. Okay, never heard of downshifting at Richmond, but here we are with Roger Craig. Oh, and he gets sideways in turn 3. Okay.
Ooh, good slide.
He's doing his best Jim Connor impression.
Hold on to it, though.
So he'll set the bar at a 23.888, and now will be short.
Okay. And Johnson up top there. Bar. Oh, Jeremy Tate, man, popping the wall hard. Ross, he's had a pretty good night here in the dirt. Doing the asphalt side.
Daniel Blau up to second with a 22.391. See if you can improve on lap number 2 here. Sector 1 was the same as Johnson's best lap. Can Sector 2 here be good? Not improving.
They're calling Johnson out front.
And that short-lived is Brandon Combs, 22-169. Salas moves up to second. Zachary Chapman on his first lap, going to hit a 22.663. He'll have one more to go, and looks like, I thought he was going to negate second lap. He pretty much is now as he hits the wall. And that will pretty much conclude everybody qualifying. So Brandon Combs on the pole with a 22.169, and as we are getting set here to grid him up.
Right. Warm up here, and then we're going to go racing. Richmond style. Good night here to Hometown Heroes.
Just
had grid real recovery. Brandon Combs going to be man out front. Isaac Salas going to be starting in second. Colin Johnson there in third. And McLaren starting fourth. David Blau there in fifth. Cody Graham sixth. Connor Ross in seventh. Brandon Bender there in eighth. Lewis Magdalene in ninth. And Tyler Bentonfield rounds out the 10th place spot. Look through it. 19 cars out here tonight. Good field. Had a good truck race here last night, too.
Yeah.
Came down to not really a pit strategy. Came down to some good, I don't know, strategy early in the race. Because last night they were talking, I had Chapman up here with me. He was talking about they could go 40, 45 laps. Tank of fuel. Think about around about the same, let's say 40 laps, give or take. Does that put you in a one pit stop? But then again, I mean, then you got to factor in cautions and stuff like that.
An update on Craig, he has lost internet connection, so.
What? Oh, man.
Night gone good to bad to even worse.
Oh. My lights off. King found. Go racing here tonight.
Almost under the lights. Might kick the lights on before it's too long. I think they're on.
We ended up under the lights last night, so.
I think they're on already. It's just not dark.
Yeah. At least it's not like Atlanta, where they show the lights and there's no lights to come on. These cars in, about to duck. Lights wrong.
We're on the back stretch, yeah. And now we're in turn 3.
That stretch looks like the front stretch.
No, it does not.
Green.
There we go.
Maybe.
Mitch 22 restart zone. Lucy Olsen, green flag. They are off.
Yeah, Salas. Remember, he's been doing pretty good tonight in the dirt. See what he can do on the asphalt side of it here.
Powers out on the high side in front of Brandon Combs down in turn number 3. He'll take the lead.
Talk a little bit about how this track was last night, man.
How is it?
Well, it can get slick on you real easy, especially on that inside. You know, you think this place, man, get height or whatnot. It actually gets pretty slick. We got a yellow on motorsports. trainer. The Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened. Oh, he just got in too hard in the back of the 37. And there's just a case of, I'll be patient. Paid the price for it. Be patient. Patience, patience. I mean, in this place here, too, it's one of these unique tracks where, too, most of the track has got a bank to it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the front stretch is banked, and then you get on the back stretch and it's a little flat.
Yeah, yeah. Like a unique style track here. And track position will play a factor here. It's a hard place to pass. And we even saw last night, even with new tires, couldn't make up a lot of ground. You make up some, but you wasn't making up, coming flying through the field, I think. You needed help. Like last night we saw McLaren, he pitted, got marred way back in traffic, but he had to have some help from some cautions to get back up to the front. Because him being back there in 15th place spot late in the race, the new tires was not benefiting him like you would think they would. Track position, I think, is at the end of it will probably play out. Now, that all depends on caution flies and where it flies.
Yeah, absolutely. Track position is king here at Richmond, especially with how quick the laps can clock off under green, and even under yellow, the laps really start taking off.
Hey, what's wrong here? What's what we don't show in the field here? None of the mooses.
None of the moose.
What?
Oh, the moose is
tired?
right off. They've gotten into their bedding.
Moose have bedding?
Deer does. So I assume moose
You know how
does.
big a moose is? What kind of bedding he'd have to have? Really? I mean, you probably have to go in a cave or something,
the
man.
moose,
Come on.
The moose has to lay down somewhere.
Yeah, just in the middle of the field, because that's about the only place he's laying down at. I mean, come on. Slow as they walk. Probably laid on somebody's car in the road.
Yeah, if it's your car.
Moose, I don't go around mooses. Ain't no moose in my area. We got cows.
Oh, I sent you that video of a cow walking down the street.
Yeah, I had a cow in my front yard.
Good.
All right, Isaac Salas, he's trying to see if he can't cap this night off. Blake Chapman should have got out here, and he could have made it 4 for 4. Come on, dirt guys. Y'all scared? I think they're scared. Not all the dirt guys. I think some of them. I think they're scared. They need to come over here and see what they can do. See Patrick Spangler out here. That'd be. All right, here we go. Lights on, off on the pace car. Go green.
Joe, do we know where we're at? We're on the back stretch, yeah. Okay, just making sure we know where we're at.
Richmond.
Are we at Richmond?
I'm at home, actually, Cup. I don't know where you're at. I'm in the woods somewhere. Green flag. This is 22 restart. Lucy Olsen, green flag. We're racing. Dallas and McLaren. McLaren and Combs, they're going to battle it out for second, though.
McLaren on the inside of Brandon Combs coming out of turn 2. The high side can prevail, especially early on. And you're seeing it right now with Combs able to stay
last night the high side. The middle lane was actually where you wanted to be last night.
He does. He keeps it. He keeps second place, Brandon Combs.
Yeah, that inside lane, yeah, you could pass, but it was real tricky, though, if you didn't make the pass, because you'd end up, you could easily lose that car. Battle for the lead. Celis.
Comes underneath of South out of turn number 2. Who's going to have it down here in turn 3? Comes with the advantage with the nose out. South maybe a little too far up the track there. Going to give up the spot. Combs taking him back the lead.
Yeah, he gave him a little bit to where he could let that car kind of rotate through the turn, kind of let it kind of glide up. I mean, could have pinched him down a little bit more coming off. And now, I'll tell you what, Sal's in trouble. He got McLaren taking over that second spot. And no more McLaren. He likes the asphalt stuff. He knows how to get around here. Ooh, got a car almost sliding. It's like Jeffrey Kemper. Hang on to it.
It would have been Jeffrey Kemper back there. He's around in the 8th spot, 7th spot area. Got Lewis Meglin getting by him. Meglin has a little bit of damage on the right front of that car, on the fender.
Shouldn't affect him too much here. You know, being a shorter track. Didn't mess up, maybe the toe or something like that. He might feel it in the longer run. Car might start getting a little tight or something, but not shit too bad. Chapman back here in 11th. Bittenfield back here in the 10th place spot.
It's Benefield.
Yeah, Bittenfield.
Benefield. Not Bentonfield.
Bittenfield.
Okay. I'll let him tell you.
He will. Battle for the lead. Combs and McLaren.
McLaren he's been showing some signs of strength this season, just has not been able to really capitalize a whole lot.
Been good on the trucks.
He's done good in the dirt and the Xfinity.
Yeah. Well, and he can't take it. I mean, obviously we were talking last night about I ratings and stuff, and knowing he obviously drives a lot of asphalt. it's not he's not low. I'll say that. Does some asphalt racing. Kind of have to get that number.
Well, I mean, he already has one win in the 4 starts he's done here in the Xfinity series.
Right, Xfinity's a lot different than trucks. I mean, we've mentioned that a lot of times. Me and Corey, we went back and forth on that. A lot of the main difference between trucks and the Xfinity car, and then obviously with next gen. This Xfinity car now kind of stands out from all those cars, really. Used to be kind of could have the Xfinity, and it was kind of maybe a little lesser of what the Cup car was, but now the Cup car is so different than what the Xfinity is. I think this Xfinity car kind of sets its own car, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. The Xfinity it used to be the stepping stone between trucks and Cup, and now it's really kind of more of its own thing instead of a stepping stone, because the Cup car is so different compared to the Xfinity, and they've never really been comparable to the trucks.
You know what? And you think about it, I think you would get more, and this is bad to say, more experience from driving trucks to go into the Cup now than you would the Xfinity. Now, with the Xfinity car, to me, they're probably a little harder. I would say they're a lot harder to drive. Again, I don't have 100% on that, but that's just my opinion. I would feel they would be, because one, with the less downforce, the more power and all that they have. Going to the Cup car and even listening to real NASCAR drivers talk. You hear real NASCAR drivers talk about the next gen car being easy to drive. And that right there tells you all you need to know. For the lead, here comes McLaren.
And McLaren on the inside of Brandon Combs for the race lead, but that outside lane able to power surge out of turn 2. Can he do it again in 3 though?
Keep him pinned down. You see how he's keeping him pinned down coming out of the turn, not letting him come up the track. That's what you got to do. You don't want to let that guy on the inside have as much, any track as you can. I mean, just as little as possible. Coming out, you see, and that's perfect, man, how he's got him pinned right there. And that's allowed him to run off the turn. I think early on, new tires, the inside lane, sure, you can go flying through, but after a while, the middle high lane's place to be. Battle back here around 8th and 9th. Cody Graham, Jeffrey Kemper.
Graham in a different looking paint scheme this week.
Looks like.
Usually in a white and yellow NASCAR
racing. Actually, I think last night he brought that out and he mentioned that that is a new NASCAR racing themes or something that they've come out with.
What?
Cody Graham and his team. Something about some NASCAR racing design themes that they've come out with. He ran that in a truck last night.
Okay. Oh. He's chasing down Colin Johnston in front of him.
Lap 27 here. Kind of interesting to see him come into pits. Long green flag run. And I always say now's when you're going to start seeing guys a little better on the long run, guys better on the short run. Unfortunately, Jonathan Krupa back here, I guess he's a teammate there, Cody Graham. Whole front end of that thing smashed in, broken off, broke. They had a fast pick.
They do. That's John Reiner going a lap down right now.
They got the whole front end missing.
Oh, well.
Olin Olsen back here. Peter Thompson. Jeremy Tate. Zach Chapman. Connor Ross. Kemper. Cody Graham trying to make it to the front.
A little bit of hairy action right there for Brandon Bender getting around your lap car of John Reiner.
And right now you see Cody
Graham will have to do it.
Yeah, you see Cody on the move here. And I was talking earlier about, you're not really going to just come running through the field like gangbusters, but you can start picking them off one by one. Kind of what he's doing right here. But you see how long it's taking him to do it. It takes a lot of laps to get it done. And that's where I was saying, track position's king. Not saying the newer tires or if you're better on, long run like this, can't come through the field. It's just going to take you a while to do it.
Yeah, and if you plan on trying to come up through the field, you don't want to burn your tires off too much because even if you get by a guy, they may be saving their tire and just come back right on by you before you have the chance to come down and get new rubber.
We talked about that too, like, what's your mentality coming into a race? Do you come into the race, thinking, well, this is how I'm going to pit, this is how I'm going to run. But sometimes you don't know. I mean, you might come in and say, okay, I'm going to pit on lap 30. It's going to be my strategy. But then there might be a lot of cautions. And then that blows that strategy out the water. But then again, it could be a long green flag run. It falls right into your hands. So you kind of got to go with what the race gives you. I mean, like right now, we're on a long green flag run. You might be saying, okay, let me stretch this thing to lap 40 here. 42 or so, Let me stretch it to that mark as well. Never mind, here's a caution. So now this brings up a good... Dog got excited. So this brings up a good question here, because this actually brings you up right around pit lane. As Roland Olsen, we're watching here. So what happened to him? Oh, just ricochets off the wall and then boom, smashes the inside wall. Done. So this brings up a question, because we're at lap 35. You could make it all the way from here. Do you pit?
Absolutely. After that long run that we just had, you almost gotta come in and pit for fuel and tires. That's what they're gonna do. Brandon Combs gonna lead everybody on down. Now you gotta hit that box nice and perfect. No speeding. Do not slide through. Get it squared. Let's see who can do it the best. McLaren in his box. Combs in his.
Yep, everybody man's right there.
Did Krupa took left side only. Interesting. McLaren going to beat Combs out of pit road. I'll let them by just so they don't make contact there and don't want to run too wide on the apron. It's not advisable.
Hey, yep, Combs got back out. He got back out front with McLaren. So at this point, you could theoretically make it all the way. Now, what'll dictate whether or not you want to take that strategy is if, again, what we was talking about before the caution is if there's another good long green flag run or another caution flies here in the next 10 laps.
If there's another caution, I probably wouldn't. If you're at the front, I wouldn't come in. If you're towards the back end of the field, I would come in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're back there in 15th place or 13th, yeah, you might as well. It's a no-brainer. You're not really going to lose anything. Yeah, you've got to really think about that. You're at the top spot. Come in or not. Got Combs, McLaren, Dallas, top 3. The caution laps will help them too with fuel. Everybody took 4 except for Johnson. Only
really?
2. Well, yeah, 9-second stop, so I'm gonna say he took 2, but everybody else took 4. That's a unique strategy. So he's banking on another caution coming out then.
That, or maybe he knows something a little bit more than we do on the tire wear.
Well, now last night, I will say Johnson in the truck was off pit cycle with those guys, and he ended up finishing in the top 3. So, again, I go back to that track position. I mean, he's up here now in 4th, and I go back on track position. We saw some guys last night go 40, 45 laps on tires. Not saying it can't be done. Have to see what happens right here as we get set to go back green. Lights off on the pace car.
Pace car is in. Mission 22 restart zone is in effect. Here we go. Lap 40. McLaren gonna look on the outside of Brandon Combs down here in turn number 1. Not gonna have the momentum.
See, McLaren almost got a wall. New tires. This is where if McLaren wants to try to do anything, to see what he can do on the short run now. Maybe they got a little ways to go here. They don't want to use up all your tires yet.
No, you do not want to use all your tire up yet. I mean, you kind of need to be aggressive still. Oh, McLaren in the wall, Salas in the wall.
Johnson a little right there. Yeah, wow.
Gotta be patient still. You know? I know it's a short track and there's less than 35 to go, but
tear your stuff up yet.
You don't want to tear your car up either at the same time.
And then look at this, Cullen Johnson. I was just saying, but you can just see right here. Now, I'm not saying at the end of this run, let's say if it goes green this entire time, that those guys with those newer tires won't just start picking him off and running him back. But look how much time it's taken him to do that. So that's what I was going back on is, even with him on the 2 tires, a little bit older on the one side than most of these guys, he's holding his own.
Yes, he is right now, holding it on in the 4th spot. But look at that. Cody Graham has moved his way up to 5th. Gonna look underneath at Cullen Johnson now, coming out of turn number 4. He'll look down in turn 1 as Johnston scrapes the wall. Yeah, you don't want to scrape the wall at all, and that it's not gonna quite play out in the long run, especially if this goes green all the way to the end for Johnston. It's eventually just gonna start falling off too much.
Yeah, we'll just have to keep watch on it. I mean, pace right now, he's still holding almost what the leader was there, but flaring though, man, all over the back bumper of Combs. That's what he needs to do. He just needs to, if he's not going to make the pass, he needs to stay right there on his bumper and keep him honest. Make Combs use his stuff up. Don't get comfortable out there. Running so far.
So there's under 30 to go. Salas got up in the wall there a little bit. Look at this. Meglin trying to move his way up into the top 5. Remember, we started the season, I really thought Meglin was going to be the guy to watch all season long.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been up there, but he hasn't been as dominant as I thought he would have been.
Hey, consistency, though, wins championships.
Okay, Joe, we know you win championships a lot.
Rather finish top 3 all the time. He's a guy in front. Uh-oh, that guy on the wall. Celis. Leave the door open for Graham. Yellow flag. Uh-oh, John Krupa around. Hamlin Motorsports caution, and Krupa just got him a new car, too. About to bang it up. Just not quite sure if I am on that one. You know what? I'm done. Yeah, that was kind of strange.
Just lost it out of the corner.
That was a corner?
He lost it out of turn 2, yes. When you lose it at
I can
Richmond.
watch that one more time.
Okay, we get back.
I don't know if I watch that one more time because he lost it out of what?
He definitely started to lose it out of turn 2.
Yeah, he's down halfway down the back stretch and that thing's coming around. So,
He halfway down the back. Okay,
man.
Joe don't know where he's at or what he's looking at.
You said out of turn 2, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
So ain't turn 2 down the back stretch? Coming out of turn 2 and be down the back stretch, right? Okay, then. So now we don't know what they're talking about.
Oh. We're going to have some
Don't
problems.
worry about the mountain man. He's up there, man. He gets sap in his hair every once.
So, we're under yellow here. How many of them come in to take any kind of tires? Johnson.
You got 10th place on backs come in.
Wow, Thompson, Chapman, Tate.
And might as well. I mean, if you're back there, hey, you ain't got much to lose. I mean, the worst you're going to lose, maybe 5 positions at the worst. Then Tyler Benefield, he was going to come in a minute. No? Combs, McLaren, Celis, top 3. Go. It's going about what? 20 to go? I think that's you can find print.
23 right now. We should have 22, less than 22, probably 21 by the time they set them loose.
Lights go off on the pace car. Good one so far. Alright. Holmes been in control of this one though. You know the top guys are not pitting no matter what. I'd be surprised if anybody in the top 10 pit.
Yeah, if there's another caution, I'd be surprised if anybody at all pits.
But you got to look at Colin Johnson. Remember, you know, benefiting there. He came back out. He's going to start in 10th here, and he's got some pretty good new tires. I just don't think it's going to help.
I don't know. It might help him a good bit.
We'll see. Going to need help with the cautions, and I'll say he needs the help like last night to play it out. He needs to get about 1 or 2 positions, or about 2 or 3 here. Maybe get a quick caution with that. Next one, do it again and get chunks out of this. That's what helped McLaren and them last night get back to the front. Because if not, from where they were, how this racetrack is, they weren't coming through the field, even with new tires from everybody else. Just get trapped back there, and it takes too long to come through the field. And with only, 20 to go, I think it's just going to run out of time. If this thing were to go green the rest of the way, I believe he'll just run out of time.
He'd have to pick him off about 1 every 2 laps.
And we just don't see that happening at this track. That's what I'm getting at. You just watch the pace of this race. You don't see anybody picking cars off 1 and 2 a lap like at some of the tracks. But look at this battle now. McLaren says, all right, I'm going to try it. On the outside, guy Combs down there. Might get him this time.
He's going to use that outside momentum to try to get by Combs coming out of turn 4. Combs a little bit better on the inside. Going to be scored your leader for Combs.
And then you also got to look back there. Johnson's got to worry about getting wrapped up in a wreck with somebody. So.
Let's see where he is. He's moved up to 8th.
Just pick him off a little bit. Maybe get help him, a little caution. And 17's around.
There's your caution.
17.
Oregon Ducks.
Run her out. Got in the back of somebody. Checking up a little bit. I was watching it there. Watch one more time here in the Malcolm Mills replay. Like 35 got in the wall. He tried to go on the inside. Over down there, Kemper got there. He had to get heavy on the brakes, and that brought the rear end around. Okay. Caution. Probably go back green, be about 15, 14 to go.
Less than that.
Gonna go 5 more laps in a caution.
Oh man, right now we're at
17.
We're at 16 to go, 17 to go. Yes. We're letting lap car Roger Craig get a lap back. One of his 3. He needs 2 more. Come on, Roger. You need 2 more cautions. Back on the lead lap.
They could extend the caution and let him come on around.
Still like they're on the pace car.
Yeah. Be about 14 to go. Holmes, though, was feeling the pressure from McLaren there on that one. what Holmes can do. What do you think? He can hold off McLaren?
I think McLaren might have something for him.
Did on that last restart. Count out Cody Graham. He's back there. And then you got Lewis Meglin, too. Alright. Paul. Dead air there.
No.
Didn't say nothing. But anyways. McLaren, Graham, Meglin, Holmes. Top 4 or 5 here. Dallas, he's back in 5th. Bentonfield, Bender. There's Johnson. Beat up a couple spots. Also got Chapman, who was on the same set of tires there in 9th. Connor Ross back in 10th. Off on a pace car. Here we go.
All right. Combs versus McLaren. Meglin, he's came up throughout the field. Graham trying to steal one away. Johnston, once again, he's going to start on the outside row, so we'll see if he's able to make up any spots. Now, this caution didn't quite help him as much as I figured it would, because it killed off a couple of laps that he would be able to use.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Admission 22 and a Lucy Olsen green flag. Here we go.
McLaren sending it hard into turn 1 on the outside. Can he keep the spot? He keeps a spot up there. Didn't allow for Combs to get up in front of him. We got a car up in the wall at the back. And now here comes McLaren on the inside of Combs in turn number 1.
Oh, yeah, they're battling now. This is what McLaren needs. I mean, and it's go time because time's running out.
When he hits him, he turns him.
Wow. Oh. Go back here. Back here. And, oh, yeah, he just got in the rear corner of him just a little bit. Oh. Oh, and then he just got disintegrated.
And the 37 of Tim Chapman just comes in and piles right into Combs. Wow.
Yeah. Gonna be less than 10 to go. We'll go back green. McLaren, Graham, Dallas. Top 3. Gonna be a good one here. I guess that's one way of getting the lead.
Yeah.
Maybe some fighting words after the race, you know?
I mean, I'm sure McLaren didn't mean to get into Combs there, but Combs' car is hurt. He's going to have to take a quick fix. He's going to be all the way at the back.
Yeah, I mean, one of them deals.
Craig, he's going to get his 1 or 2 laps back here.
That's right. He'll be back on the front. Okay, so could Cody Graham run this thing up here? What do you think?
McLaren's going to be in control of the start zone here, so I don't know.
Cody been looking strong all night. You got Celis right there with him. Meglin again. Bentonfield, Bender. Johnson was only able to get 1 spot out of that one. Needs a couple more spots.
Yeah, Johnston has not been able to get up front. Those new tires, just not enough green flag action for him to make him move. He'll be on the inside this time around. See if he can't take advantage of that.
Right. Green should probably be about 7-6 to go.
Something like that.
That means Cody's got to go. What if Cody takes a page out of McLaren's book?
Well, it depends on if Dan elects to take the inside or the outside here.
All right, pace car, here we go. All right, the McLaren can hold this guy off here, Graham and Celis.
I think he can. McLaren electing on the inside.
Been fast all night.
As he is trying to go for win number 2 on the season.
Lights on here.
Yes, we do. Lights are on. We're going to see some sparks flying here in the closing laps. Get to the Mission 22 restart box. And Lucy Olsen, green flag. Here we go. McLaren, good. A little launch out of that car. Allow for Salas and Graham to get side by side. Oh, we got problems. Johnson around and a bunch of others. Oh, what a pile up. We got a parking lot.
What happened? Malcolm Mills replay. Right, so it looked like maybe a little check up at the back. See what happened on turn 1 here. You got Bender. Well, they went 3 wide. They usually, 3 wide. They got into Johnson and Bender got in there. Next thing you know, it was just an accordion.
Parking lot. Well, this benefits at least one person.
McLaren.
Well, not McLaren.
It's going to put us in green, white, check.
Well, yeah.
But this benefits McLaren. And what we were talking earlier about Johnson, sometimes being in that pack, wrong place, wrong time.
Roger Craig, he's going to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah.
He can gain spots.
Absolutely. And the man out front, McLaren, Salas, Graham, top 3. The green white checkered attempt number 1. Usually the green white checkered benefits leader.
Usually.
Sometimes it don't. Never know. Salas has got to be aggressive though here. I mean, there's no holding back. You've got to go for it. Gotta go.
Yeah, you can't be patient now. That patient is out the window. Now the bigger question is where does Dan decide to line up at? Because it's gonna be crucial. Inside or out. Especially with Salas being on the outside or inside, whichever the opposite of Dan chooses.
Got McLaren, Salas, Graham. Right there, top 3. on the pace car off this time, and we're going to check attempt number 1. Get 2 attempts.
Yes, we do.
Now, last week in the truck race, they went to the second one. Doyle Lawrence actually won, but he wouldn't have won if that thing wouldn't have went caution. It wouldn't have flew the caution in it because he was running out of gas. He actually ran out of gas and coasted at a 4 to make it to the start-finish line.
Alright, well, here we go. We're going to see who can take him the victor, or will we see another caution? Because they can easily get another caution if they wreck before they get to the white flag.
Yeah.
Green, green, green.
Flag, we're back racing. Lucy Olson here tonight. Down he rose. That white flag, one more time, as he sells, he doesn't get the run he wants. Here comes Graham. Out of 4, do we get the white flag? Actually, out of 2, mama.
They just still don't know where he's at.
Man, the way that camera looks, it just looks like it's coming out of 4.
Now we're out of 4. White flag in here, they can kill each other.
Oh, and they're 3 wide back there in the back, but the battle's on for second, third right now. Here comes Benfield. He's got Graham. Dallas is trying to hang on. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. That won't matter. Clarence out front. They're beating and banging out of 4. Are you kidding me?
Who's going?
No. Benfield came through the grass. Sellis came across third sideways. What?
I didn't know if they were going to all get top 3 or not.
Holy moly. Oh, the wild one.
What is the old saying? Don't count your chickens till they hatch, because we about lost second to 4th there to other miscellaneous drivers.
You ain't lying.
Well, let's get a couple of these drivers up on in here.
Who we got? Let's bring up Salas and let you get a word with him. He's had a heck of a night.
That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Isaac, you got a copy on me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Whoa, crazy, wild ending right there to this Richmond race. Just talk us through your perspective of everything.
Yeah, tires meant a lot, man. I'm glad I got a little bit of practice yesterday, actually, I guess. Helped me out a bunch here with saving tires, and yeah, it was a fun race all around. I wish I could have got the 1-2 with Dan, but hey, you know what? I'm on the podium, so I can't complain.
Yeah, absolutely, coming across the line sideways to get third. You got anybody to like to thank here?
Yeah, big old shout out to Venom Racing. I mean, let's go, Dan. Good job on the win tonight, buddy. Dean, the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs for this beautiful paint job, man. That bush light looks beautiful, let me tell you. Got U6 Racing Network, RSN Trackside, Coast to Coast, Mission 22, everybody. Yeah, everything they do for veterans at Mission 22. My Gramps, Top Notch Trucking. Thank you guys for the broadcast. Thanks to everybody that watched tonight. Yeah, thanks to my friends and family and our veterans.
Yeah, folks, your third place driver, Isaac Salas.
Absolutely, doing an outstanding job. Well, let's bring up our winner tonight. Dan McLaren, let's get away.
Hey, Dan, you get a copy on me?
I got you.
Well, Dan, second win of the season for you here in Xfinity Series. Just talk us through how you were able to get it done.
One that's I don't think that's deserved. Brandon drove one hell of a race. I just wanted to stay side by side with him going into 3, and I just pushed it too hard coming out of 2 and got his left rear quarter panel and ended his race. So I feel bad about that. But all in all, I think it was a pretty good run.
Well, man, I mean, sometimes mistakes occur. We're all human beings, and it's nice. It's good sportsmanship that you show right there, Dean, and we appreciate that.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the race. It was a good one.
Absolutely. Well, Dan, you're the winner here. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
All the guys over at Venom got a first and a third. Isaac finished in third, so that's pretty cool for Venom. Wildstar Custom Fabrications, Magnum Race Designs, VMR Reps, and all the guys behind the scenes, Coast to Coast, and you guys for the broadcast.
There you have it, folks. Your race winner, Dan McLaren.
Absolutely. Let's bring this guy up here, old Tyler. Tyler, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Well, finished second through the grass. How's that feel?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was really happy with a fourth place finish, but you know, it opens the door. Might as well shut it yourself.
Absolutely. You ran through it crazy there, man, coming through the line. But how's the car feeling all night?
Well, I'll be honest with you. This is the first time I've ran Richmond with the Xfinity car. I mean, I didn't think anything of it. I know my boy Combs over here. He was hauling. And I tried to get every little piece of advice I could get from him, and it paid off in the end.
No doubt about it. Like you said, paid off, man. Wild finish there for you. Came home in second. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Of course, yeah. I'd like to thank Chip Bangers Racing, Liberty Racing Review, David Huffman with Huffman Tire, my girlfriend for putting up with me for racing this stuff, and y'all for the amazing broadcast.
Yo, Tyler. Before you let you go, got to hear you say your last name.
Oh, it's Benefield. I keep hearing you say Bentonfield, and I'm like, I'm gonna let it slide. But it's Benefield.
Benna. I'm gonna have to get used to it. I want to say it fast.
I completely understand, man. Everybody has their own way of saying it, you know.
Man, I'll tell you what. Either way, you still fast on the track. Again, congratulations on that second.
I appreciate it, man.
There we go. And old Tyler, man, doing good. A true pass in the grass too, Corey.
Yeah, it was a good wild finish.
Absolutely. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. Hometown Heroes here tonight for the Coast to Coast Racing League. Check out everything, c2crl.com. And we got a good charity event coming up next week. So myself and everyone, have a good night.